One of the most interesting issues that many men often face in life is the simple question of what's going on in our minds. This is something that many men have dedicated their lives to understanding, and they often overthink it to such a degree that it turns into an obsession. Perhaps you have found this video because you're thinking about the same question. Fortunately, today we debunk these issues by examining some of the most important psychological factors about women that you definitely need to know. You will notice that during this video, you may come across numerous aha moments where you might realize something or see the dating world through a completely new lens of clarity. So make sure you stick around until the end to not miss any of these facts. You will be pleasantly surprised by how simple women actually are. But first, let's answer a very important question. Do men and women think differently? One of the biggest differences between men and women is often the thinking process they use to solve different problems. Women are notoriously emotional, whereas men are often more logical. However, this trend seems to have changed nowadays. You can find logical women and more emotional men. The reason for this is actually affected by a variety of factors. One of these factors is hormones. Women generally produce high levels of estrogen, which often leads to a lack of confidence and shifts their thinking process towards being more emotional. Men who are full of testosterone often have more confidence and take on leadership roles. It goes even deeper and can be traced back to a small part of the brain called the amygdala. The amygdala is responsible for absorbing information and dispersing it throughout the brain. Generally, the emotional right side responds first. This phenomenon occurs in both men and women, but women often react based on the right side, or emotional side of the brain. Alternatively, men often wait for the left side, which is logical, to dictate their next moves. This is why most people believe men and women think differently. Fortunately, women have some interesting traits that, if you knew them sooner, would have made life much easier for you. So join us as we unveil 11 important psychological factors about women that will change your perspective and perception of the dating world. 1. Women are more emotional. While we have already explored this topic in depth, it's important to understand the logical reasons behind this phenomenon. Women are generally more emotional than men and often make highly impulsive and erratic decisions. This is something you will need to accept. Instead of indulging in her emotional responses, you can simply observe and allow the situation to play out. This is when you step in with logical suggestions. When a woman has an emotional response, know that you can't change her reaction, and it might be best to step back and let the storm settle. 2. Women love a man who seems hardcore. This might surprise some of you, but excessive emotional damage and massive masculinity can be a big turn-on for women. They love a man who appears powerful and strong, someone others might fear. Women are attracted to damaged men because they want to become the nurturer. However, if the man doesn't make changes to improve himself, women will eventually outgrow their desire to help. Don't become the man she needs to save from a damaging lifestyle. 3. They love a man who plays hard to get. Just as men enjoy the chase, women also love it. This creates excitement and uncertainty in new relationships. The moment a woman feels completely secure, she might lose interest unless you're a millionaire, in which case your resources might keep her loyal. To spark attraction, your life should naturally seem set up in a way that makes you appear hard to get. 4. She doesn't want you to fully commit. Women often enjoy living on the edge and might not want you to constantly express commitment. If you make her feel too secure, she may not have any real reason to stay. It's important to keep her guessing by focusing on yourself and staying in shape. This keeps her on her toes and builds attraction. 5. Women tend to play games that tease you. Women often tease men they find attractive, and this doesn't stop in adulthood. Teasing is a way to push boundaries and test responses. When she teases you, it's best to play along without overreacting. This shows confidence and respect, which can strengthen the relationship. 6. Women are emotionally more vulnerable. Women tend to be more emotionally vulnerable. To prevent her from becoming hard and masculine, allow her to vent her emotions and provide support. Avoid raising your voice or engaging in unnecessary arguments. Show that you are a powerful provider and protector, while allowing her freedom to express her emotions. 7. Women don't expect to pay. Women generally dislike spending or sharing resources outside of close family and friends. This means you'll need to cover most of the costs, especially on the first few dates. However, it's important for her to also invest in the relationship. This ensures she's committed and invested. 8. She wants to feel like a princess. Women grow up with fantasies of being a princess saved by a prince. This desire influences their relationships. Being a natural gentleman and understanding her fantasy can help you approach dating successfully. 9. Women naturally feel more sensations. Women tend to experience deeper emotional sensations, which makes them more sensitive to both positive and negative experiences. Use this to create lasting memories and impressions. 10. She expects you to make the first move. Despite modern shifts in gender roles, women still expect men to make the first move. She wants to feel pursued and desired. After you have initially attracted her, she may start pursuing you. 11th, women hate boredom. Women dislike boredom and seek adventure. Having a solid, engaging life and inviting her to join in can keep her interested. Women want to see you interact with your friends and be a part of your exciting life. Women might seem complicated, but being yourself and focusing on your own life will often attract them. Keep her excited by maintaining your own interests and watch other videos for more tips on relationships.